Darth Vader, because I am a sucker for Darth Vaders. And actually, I haven't opened him up yet, obviously, but just looking at that sculpt that he has for his head, or his helmet, looks really good, actually. It might be the most accurate sculpt for Vader's helmet that we've gotten so far in any 3 3/4 inch toy line. Also got this comic book 2-pack. Those actually an Entertainment Earth exclusive with Izard and Baron Fell, which is really cool because in case you didn't know, I love collecting Imperials, and those are two very important expanded universe Imperials. And there's the comic book that came with, because it is a comic pack, an issue of X-Wing Rogue Squadron from back in the day. The Legacy Collection 2/Droid Factory 6-pack, which actually went really cheap on Amazon during the holiday season. I believe it hit an all-time low of $15 for 6 figures. As you can tell, they were not selling like hotcakes. Those are my 3 favorites there on top, and then kind of my least favorite there on the bottom. But, you know, it's very, very cool packaging. I would have much preferred it if the Black Series had carried on with this Legacy Collection packaging instead of that packaging, but that's a topic for another video, another day. Pretty much all of them are re-releases /repaints, except for Count Dooku's pilot droid, but some pretty decent figures in there as well. Haven't decided if I'm going to open some of them up or leave them all carded as a set. But that's pretty cool. And it's also the white mailer box that's standing on. And now we move on to the DC segment of the video. So there we go. Starting over here, this is the DC Universe Classics The Question by Mattel. Really happy to add that to my growing DC collection, because if you've been following me for a while, then you know that I've just started collecting DC figures this year. And The Question was a really cool character on Justice League Unlimited. Back in like 2006 is when that show was around. It's a show I grew up with, and he was a very cool character on there, so I definitely wanted to get the figure of him. And these other 3 are DC Collectibles figures in the Arkham line. And this is the Deluxe Mr. Freeze, which is a very nice figure. Looks great. Actually has a surprising amount of articulation, more than I was expecting. And the sculpt and paintwork on him is just fantastic, out of this world. Definitely looks exactly like he does in Arkham City. Then we have Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Which he was a standard figure in the line. Mr. Freeze was a deluxe, but still a very nice figure, and more articulation than I was expecting. Again, I was kind of expecting these things to be almost statues, but they have a lot more articulation than I thought they would. And then finally, on the biggest of the bunch, this is actually something that I bought for myself using money I got for my birthday. And that is Solomon Grundy. And he is huge. I mean, huge. You really don't get a grasp of just how big this guy is until you see him in real life. Just for a little comparison here. Here's your average 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figure compared to him. Yeah. What is that, like 10 times the size? So, definitely great detail on this guy. The sculpting is fantastic. The paintwork is fantastic, which are both trademarks of DC Collectibles. And again, more articulation than I thought he would have. He's actually really decently articulated, besides no ankle articulation. Great looking beast of a figure. And you can see there's their boxes behind there. And then here's the books, which again are either Star Wars or DC. Over here's the Star Wars ones, with the Essential Guide to Warfare, which I have not read through yet, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Star Wars Blood Ties Boba Fett is Dead. I actually read the first installment in the Blood Ties series. That's why I definitely wanted to get my hands on this one. And moving on to DC stuff. Batman, A Death in the Family, which is a classic Batman story that I've actually never I know the story, obviously, being a Batman fan, but I've never actually read it myself. But now I have the trade paperback of it, so definitely going to be getting onto that. And then both of these are from the New 52. This is actually, again, my first time reading the New 52. I was initially very much against the New 52. The whole idea of rebooting the DC universe was obviously very off-putting, but I've only read the Volume 1 of the Justice League, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was excellent. The artwork is really great. It's by Jim Lee, who always does a great job. And the story was actually quite good. So I have a much more optimistic opinion of the New 52 now. Also, this is actually Volume 2 of New 52 Batman. There was like a little bit of a mix-up there, but Volume 1 is actually on its way as we speak. So that'll be here in the next day or so. So once I get Volume 1, I'll read that, obviously. Then I'll go on to read Volume 2 of Batman, which I've heard is very good as well. So definitely looking forward to reading that. And then on to the third category of this haul, which is video games, which is kind of pretty much how it goes with me. Is that Christmas and birthday pretty much set me up with enough games to tide me over for at least half of the coming year, and that's no different this year. So first off is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed is definitely one of my favorite franchises of games currently, or I should say that are currently going on. That's currently continuing, and I think actually I've played a good bit of Assassin's Creed 4. I've had it since Friday the 18th, I believe it was. So I've been playing a good bit of that, and I'm really enjoying it. This is probably my favorite game in the series so far. So that's great game. Also, XCOM Enemy Within, which is a game that a lot of people have been telling me that I should play, and so now I have it, and I will get to it eventually. BioShock Infinite, which again is another game that people tell me I should play, and I finally got that, and also includes the original BioShock, which is another game that I have not played, but I'm looking forward to playing. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which is a game that personally I've always wanted to play because it looks like it's a great Spider-Man game. I'll show you the back as well. So that I've always wanted to play this, so I'll definitely be looking forward to playing that. And then the rest of these are actually games I've already played, but these are either collections of a series of games or Game of the Year editions. And here is Dishonored Game of the Year edition, which is actually a game that I played last holiday season. I got last Christmas or my birthday. And I really enjoyed this, but this comes with all the downloadable content slash expansion packs and add-ons. So I look forward to that. It's a really great game, one of my favorites for 2012. Move that out of the way. Which kind of spoiled what's next, but here's the Metal Gear Solid, the Legacy Collection, which is kind of ironic because, Legacy Collection. But two very different things, so very nice. Metal Gear Solid, again, one of my favorite game franchises. 1987 to 2012. That's the span of years that these games include. You can see there's 9 different games. Well, actually, even more. See, this looks like 10 different games, actually, if you include the original Metal Gears. And I've played most of these, but I have not played a lot of these in quite some time, so I'll definitely be looking forward to doing that. And this will take me ages to get through, because these, if you know Metal Gear Solid, these are not short little games. These are pretty long, engrossing stories. So yeah, this will definitely keep me preoccupied for several months at least. And it's a great value too. I believe it's only retailing for $50, and you get just hours and hours and hours of content with it. So definitely, it comes highly recommended. Then finally, the Elder Scrolls Anthology, which again is another one of my favorite franchises. It seems like I'm saying that every which way here, but another one of my favorite franchises, and this is all the games in the franchise up to this point, and this is actually on PC. So my PC actually can't run Skyrim, which is the latest one, and it's included in this, but I do have Skyrim on Xbox. But I definitely want to play some of the more classic ones, like Arena, which was the first one, and Daggerfall, and Morrowind. But I have played both Oblivion and Skyrim, but I think my computer may be able to just barely handle Oblivion, which I know is pretty sad because it's an older game, but it is a really nice collection. Just open this up real quick to show you guys. It's like, it almost feels like it's a book when you take it out. And so you can see, it's a really nice like material it's made out of. Slide that off. Take that away. And they literally have it set up like a book, and you just fold through here. There's the game discs as you go through the different chapters almost in the franchise. So it's really cool. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but that's really cool. And also, before I forget to show you, in the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection also comes with a little art book that shows like all the different, like, kind of like advertisement. Really, it's like an advertisement book because it shows like all the different like posters and stuff that were made for the games and things, and different versions, different covers. So that's really cool. That's really neat. It has a little biography on each one and the year they came out. Beginning with Metal Gear in 1987, and the latest one, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker in 2010, and Metal Gear Solid 5 is, the first part of Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out next year, which should be fantastic. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this haul video. Just leave that there. I certainly enjoyed the stuff that I got. Let me just give you guys one final look there. Definitely enough games and reading material to last me for quite some time. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching as always. This is Jokerfett signing out.